Tampa Bay Buccaneers start the year off running to Atlanta. Not sure if they need a check balance, but pretty sure they are looking to make an early statement to their division rival. That rival, the Falcons of the ATL, Dirty Birds ready to see if the Michael Penix era is going to rise up sooner rather than later.
Penix got to cut it loose, up in the pocket to his left. Mike at the 5, looks, Mike tucks, dives. That's a touchdown.
No need trying to bring up too much from the past. We don't really have one to dwell on when it comes to week 1, right? It's more about what to watch for out of the gate, so here are 14 options you can choose from.
Hell of a job, man, holding up there in the end. Offense scratching and claws, a good team win.
Which QB are we talking about after this game? First key to watch for, Michael Penix, the unknown, sort of. Not a rookie, sort of. Does he take Atlanta's offense to new heights, or just sort of?
Throws, end zone, it is caught! Kyle Pitts! Touchdown, Atlanta!
Tampa's new offensive coordinator's touch on Captain Jack is key number 2. Baker Mayfield regrets nothing, ever. Sure has looked comfy steering their pirate ship. Question is, will he steer it as well with new OC Josh Grizzard?
Take hot ball! Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Mayfield threw 3 touchdowns in each game versus Atlanta last year, for what that's worth. Baker's boys cover our next few keys. Automatic Mike at 3. Evans begins his personal treasure hunt, not looking for gold, but his 12th straight 1,000-plus yard season. And FYI, his last 3 week 1 games, good for 60-plus yards and at least 1 score in each.
He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Key 4, Tampa Bay's injured wideout room. Chris Godwin hurt, so is Jalen McMillan. That puts extra pressure on Emeka Egbuka, who makes his debut, first-round draft pick.
Emeka Egbuka in the end zone. Eccles in coverage. Egbuka has that one, and it's a touchdown.
And don't forget Tampa's backs. They represent key number 5. They are key to their passing strategy. Rashad White will see his targets, as will Bucky Irving, who turned in a monster rookie year for them. His effectiveness on the ground could play a major role in this game, and the year for that matter.
Can you hang that man down? Get your ass in the end zone. I don't think you ain't get in. I got in, man. I reached the ball because I know it.
Let's stay with backs for key number 6, though you can argue Bijan Robinson is this game's first or second most important key. Whether as a receiver or on handoffs, he's the Falcons' top weapon, as dangerous as it gets with the ball in his hands.
Bijan Robinson, touchdown, Atlanta!
Levante Bijan then makes a nice 7th key. It's not really a mano-a-mano kind of deal, but a big game from David would go a long way in slowing Robinson.
Now, ball is stripped, loose, Bucks recover. Levante David came on the blitz and forced the fumble.
Key number 8, tight end Kyle Pitts, receivers Darnell Mooney and Drake London versus Tampa Bay's secondary. Bucks didn't tinker much with their DB room in the offseason, so Penix will be trying to beat Jamel Dean, Tyke Smith, and Zion McCollum again. All of them were solid last year.
Zion McCollum delivers with his first pick of the season on play number 1 today.
But not necessarily when they played Atlanta's receivers. In their 2024 face-offs, the Bucs struggled with Atlanta's top 3 non-Bijan Falcons pass catchers.
He's going to launch, and Mooney hangs on! Touchdown, Atlanta!
Atlanta's new look defense, key number 9. They were not a good D last year. They have 4 new starters plus at least 2 other noobs that will see plenty of action. Safety Xavier Watts debuts, 3rd rounder. Mayfield has him and safety Jesse Bates to worry about.
And Jesse Bates, the safety, comes up with the big play.
And they may actually get some help from their front. Key number 10, Atlanta's revamped pass rush. We get to see edge rusher Jalen Walker for the first time. He was a first rounder. So was James Pierce. And Leonard Floyd makes his debut with the Birds after signing a big free agent deal.
Bosa and Floyd combining.
They are going to have to beat a tough Tampa Bay offensive line. Not easy to bag Baker. Atlanta's O-line, also one of the better ones in the game, and they will throw down with our 11th key, Tampa Bay's semi-new look QB hunting unit. They weren't super adept at finding their way home last year, but they signed Hassan Reddick, who is usually good for double-digit visits to mom.
It's the front led by Hassan Reddick.
No matter who is on the field, Penix has to know that the Bulls blitz will be coming. Key number 12, how well does Penix handle 5+ pass rushers coming at him at least half the time he drops back? He did have all off season to prepare.
Pressure on Mahomes, and he is
wrapped up eventually.
Coming in at 13, Cade Otton, Bucs tight end. He's their X factor. Baker loves him, has improved each year he's been in the show.
It is caught by Cade Otton.
And for our last extra point, we go kicker. Atlanta's Young Ho Koo seemed like a lock when he booted it in 2023, but he was kind of wonky last year. Let's see what kind of read we get on him out of the gate.
Way Koo for the tie. It's fading off the upright, no good.
This is NFC Dirty South football between two teams that are expecting to wear the division crown when it's all said and done. This head-to-head matchup could easily play a huge role in determining who pulls that feat off. Underrated Week 1 game. Game preview guy back in the bag for another season, here to provide fans a safe space from talking heads and their hot takes. I'm no expert or analyst, and I'm not smart enough to know how to use AI, so it's still an actual person mispronouncing names each week. But you guys always correct me. I see it in the comments section with your takes on the game and predictions. You all, in the end, are the only football geniuses these previews need. Welcome back to you, and welcome back another NFL season. Are you serious? The Steelers' 2024 Week 1 starter, Justin Fields, now the Jets' 2025 starter, facing off with New York's 2024 starter, who is now Pittsburgh's 2025 starter. The best crossover episode since BoJack and Mr. Peanut Butter, am I right?
Let's go! Let's go!
Could just go Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, too, if you're into a more straightforward analogy. This, though, is the 2025 premiere episode for both these teams and their fans. Might be the final season for Aaron Rodgers. Most eyeballs are going to be on him in this one. Let the swan song begin.
What was your response when you're like, all right, my first game as the Steelers quarterback is going to be at Jet Life Stadium against the administration who released me?
I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes, you know, of course. Now, did they have any inside information? I don't know. Who were they talking to? I'd love to know.
Key number 2 of the 14 on our ring, Fields' debut in green, and thus will begin his quest to make Pittsburgh and Chicago look foolish for cutting bait too soon.
On the move and room to go, and he's got it. Touchdown.
Third up, the A-Rod DK combo meal. Metcalf makes his first start in black and gold, had the same kind of numbers as George Pickens last year. Can he make a bigger impact than George?
Got DK in the backfield. He's got it.
Ping pong back to New York's Garrett Wilson for key number 4. Wilson has taken passes from Jadinklage, Morgoon, and X-Wing Aliciousness over the years. Fields and QB he will have worked with. This is his 4th year in the game. Fields did help DJ Moore go for 1,300 plus yards a couple seasons ago for what it's worth.
I mean, just one of the sickest catches I've ever seen. That's a touchdown. Listen, the only way I can describe this is think of the Michael Jordan emblem. That's what Garrett Wilson looked like catching this football.
Neither team's WR2 and 3s jump off the screen, or haven't just yet. TJ Watt does, though, being he fires off the right side almost exclusively. He's gonna squabble up with New York's first rounder, right tackle Armand Membu. May as well see what he's got right out of the gate.
That was a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery as TJ Watt makes the play.
The other trench battles on this side, because New York also has to handle Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith on the other edge.
Alex Highsmith has number 2 on the night.
Battle up front the other way around, also a key to the game. Jets will roll Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, among others, at Rodgers. Their linebackers, Jamian Sherwood and Quincy Williams, both good blitzers too.
Nowhere to go. Quincy Williams with a big play.
Breece Hall up next has shown he can be an elite back as a pass catcher too. If the game is close, he's going to see plenty of action.
Leaping attempt. Wow. Caught. Breece Hall.
Pittsburgh's new look rush attack checking in at number 8. No more Najee. 3rd round pick Caleb Johnson in line to take his workload. Jalen Warren still the changeup back.
Touchdown. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Key number 9 and 10, the new tight ends. Jets 2nd rounder Mason Taylor debuts, and the Steelers' new Smith makes his first Steelers start. Both dudes are in line to maybe see the second most looks on their respective squads.
Yeah!
Cornerbacks. Jets have sauce to pour onto DK if they want. He spent most of his time on the right side of the field last year, but he did travel some, and with no DJ Reed anymore and Metcalf easily being their best wideout, maybe Gardner shadows him a little more.
Calf against Gardner, and it's incomplete. It's 4th and goal.
Jalen Ramsey is a jet setter. He'll go anywhere with anyone. This is his first game as a terrible toweler, so don't be shocked to see him on Garrett quite a bit.
Ramsey untouched, coming off the edge.
But even when he doesn't draw Ramsey, he could get newcomer Darius Slay or Joey Porter Jr. Finally, keys 13 and 14, who else shows up offensively aside from the bigger names? Steelers have the likes of Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, and Pat Freiermuth.
And Freiermuth is in!
Who they'll trot out. Gangrene hoping someone like Josh Reynolds or Alan Lazard can make a difference.
It's a Hail Mary touchdown to Alan Lazard before halftime!
I am not a key to this game, I'm just game preview guy. Hey, there are worse things than being a dude in a bag talking football, but I am here to spark conversations that you all take part in the comments section, so talk amongst yourselves. And check out our panel of 10 picks, which is how we like to close these out. So glad the season is finally back. Top shelf matchup, 5 stars, A+, call it what you want. This is a primo week 1 throwdown. Green Bay Packers at home to kick off 2025 with Micah Parsons wearing a cheesehead, taking on the reigning kings of the NFC North, the Detroit Lions.
Don't care what time of year it is, what the record is, what the weather is.
Where do you start? Aiden's back, both Detroit's offense and defense under new management. Jordan Love having a first-round wideout to work with.
Who said I wasn't good?
Let's begin with Detroit's offense, which, save a couple of linemen, is working with the same cast of characters, a cast of characters that outpaced the second highest scoring team by 3 points per game last year.
At the end of the day, that's our baseline, man.
New OC John Morton therefore has some pressure to show that their offensive engine is just as powerful as last year's model.
Jared Goff has more touchdown catches than incompletion.
Jared Goff had looked pretty good with Ben Johnson in his ear the last few seasons. Barring any drop-off, Packers secondary still trying to slow a top 5 QB.
Play hands. I play hands.
Now he has to try and bang a good game out with Micah Parsons chasing him around.
Let's get another turnover, another stop, D.
Micah's addition certainly sends the Packs defense to a whole nother level. Their offense, Jordan Love only has 2 week 1 starts under his belt. Didn't get to see if Tesla was right last year because he got hurt before the game ended, so who knows if Jordan would have found a way in that one, but he certainly found a way in plenty of others.
Watson there, touchdown!
Love will find a way, and he has to try and do his thing with Aiden Hutchinson trying to chase him down. Aiden was on his way to a monster year in 2024 when he got hurt. Detroit still searching for a Starsky, but Green Bay's line has its hands full with the Hutch even if he's working solo.
They won't chip me. I'm like that.
When Love has time, we'll see if he can hook up with his newbie first-round wideout Matthew Golden.
I don't know if I've seen him drop a pass in the preseason so far.
Is Golden going to emerge as a WR1? The Packers' pass-catching approach has been committee-based the last few years, and Love is working with a large committee in this one. Third-round pick Savion Williams debuts, the rookies rolling out there with Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, Christian Watson, and Jaden Reed.
Do I look good?
Tight end Tucker Kraft, a solid option as well.
What are you waiting for? I don't know. Something amazing?
It's a deep group, so that brings us to the Kelvin Shepherd run Lions defense. He too has pressure to hold the line at the very least.
You can make the game any way you want it to go.
Because Detroit's secondary was one of 2024's best, despite dealing with all sorts of injuries. 10 of their 11 starters in this one were Lions last year, and new cornerback DJ Reed is only supposed to make them better. Safety Kirby Joseph comes off a career year. Brian Branch, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson. Love shouldn't waste time trying to find a Waldo because they don't appear to have one. Truth is, though, Detroit's linebackers better be on high alert. Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, and Derek Barnes, and first-round DT Ty Williams, who makes his debut, have to be ready for Josh Jacobs. Pack relied heavily on Jacobs and the run game last year, and he was more than up for the workload.
Oh, come on, eh? Yeah!
Jacobs' 6 Week 1 tilts in his career, never over 100 yards, but does have a couple solid showings following summer break. Detroit's high-powered O is typically powered by its rush attack as well.
I love watching you play. I'm just sitting on the bench. It's just...
If they use Sonic and Knuckles in similar fashion as last year, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs will both factor heavily in this one.
It's a foot race down the left sideline.
So Packers linebackers Edge Cooper and Quay Walker have to have themselves a game to contain that duo. Who will be running behind a new-look Detroit offensive line. They're debuting second-round guard Tate Ratledge. They bring back those tackles, though, Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell, who should make it tough on cheesehead edge rushers.
Hey, we physical all day!
Micah's arrival is great news for Green Bay's pass rush, makes Rashawn Gary even harder to deal with.
In trouble, and he is dropped. Rashawn Gary.
Gary, Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt hoping to assist, maybe a little Kingsley Enagbare. If they struggle to hurry Goff, then his mates have an easier time eating. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Grab, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Jamison Williams.
He's going to the house!
And Sam Laporta.
That was all right, wasn't it?
Gibbs as a pass catcher can be lethal as well, taking on a Packers secondary headed by safety Xavier McKinney, career year in 2024.
Over the middle, intercepted.
Newcomer Nate Hobbs, former Raider debuts, out there with Javon Bullard and Keyshawn Nixon, etc. Head coach Matt LaFleur, 3-3 after a summer off, has won his last 2. Dan Campbell, 2-2 with Detroit in that scenario, also has won his last 2.
This is not happenstance, man. This doesn't just happen.
What does that all pencil out to? Week 1s are always hard to predict, but that's why I have you guys to tell me how it might go. And you do that in the comments section along with any notes or analysis you think are relevant. Game Preview Guy back in the Game Preview Zone, which is analyst free. No talking heads here, just a talking bag setting you guys up. And our panel of 10, which is back in full force. Let's get it on already. Football is back, baby. Houston Texans visit SoFi Stadium for the first time ever, taking on the LA Rams in a Week 1 showdown between 2 playoff teams from a year ago.
Let's go!
Matthew Stafford, CJ Stroud. It's not like Stafford was playing in the NFL when CJ was born, but Stroud is playing the role of Clarence to Matthew's Jackie Moon. They were semi-pros, these dudes are not.
Back to the air for Stroud. Stroud, end zone, caught!
And neither are the receivers that Houston's secondary is going to squabble up with, and that's where we start with this one. The new-look Rams passing attack made up of Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams versus Houston's stout cornerback trio, Adams making his Rams debut.
Devontae Adams, touchdown!
Think the Taco Bell worker moves with Adams each time? Adams 55-plus yards in his last 5 Week 1 games, couple triple-digit showings mixed in. He's pairing with Puka for the first time, who was on his way to another monster year when he went down hurt.
Puka's got it. He finds his way in.
Those two will line up against Jalen Petrie, Kamari Lassiter, and Derek Stingley, who represent one of the best corner trios in the land. It's just not a lot of fans realize it. Stingley already made his way into the who's the best corner going debate.
He was step for step, but arguably the fastest player in the NFL.
Kalen Bullock back there as well, hoping to make things difficult for old man Stafford. He's put up 240 to 334 yards in his last 4 Week 1 showings. He's been solid to good in 3 of the last 4, basically. Has a 90.3 Week 1 rating over his 16 years.
Blitz coming after Stafford. It's bobbled up. He throws middle. Caught by Cooper Kupp.
Stafford also has the likes of tight end Tyler Higbee, rookie tight end Jake Ferguson making his debut, and Tutu Atwell, who might be in line for a little more action this year if you believe Sean McVay.
Didn't need Tutu Atwell, but this is almost Willie Mays-ish.
Houston's D isn't a butterface. Their front just as nice to look at as its backside. Will Anderson off one edge, Daniil Hunting off the other.
Look out, here they come! Hunter knocked it away!
They'll do battle with right tackle Rob Havenstein, left tackle Alaric Jackson, LA's line working with Kyron Williams at running back. He's run for 50 and 52 yards in Week 1 the last 2 years, scored in both those openers.
Kyron Williams diving straight ahead for a hat trick.
Awaiting him, newbie linebacker E.J. Speed, a free agent pickup, former Colt, tackle monster Azeez Al-Shire, and my man Henry T, which is how you should know this ain't AI. It would try and say his name.
Bounces around and Henry Toa.
LA's linebackers won't be the ones on high alert, though. It's about their fearsome foursome 2.0 trying to disrupt Stroud. CJ only has 2 Week 1 contests on his resume, a dud as a rookie, a gem last year.
DJ stepping to his left, throws to the end zone, caught!
His duds tend to be tied to that O-line of his, which no longer features Laramie Tunsil.
Right now we playing their game. Let's play our game.
They have several new big bodies up front to protect CJ, combined with the debut of their new OC, Nick Caley. They get tested by one of the best fronts around, Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Jared Verse, youngsters the lot of them, and only getting better.
He brings so much energy, so much violence to this defense.
If they can't disrupt Stroud, then he's going to have an easier time finding Nico Collins, their WR1, 80 and 117 yards in his last 2 Week 1 performances.
Touchdown, Nico Collins!
Who else, though? Rams DBs tracking 2 rooks. Second-rounder Jaden Higgins debuts, as does third-rounder Jalen Noel. And Christian Kirk puts on the bowl for the first time after all those years playing against them as a Jag.
Caught by Christian Kirk near the pylon. Touchdown!
Tight end Dalton Schultz, an option as well, stacked up against a Rams secondary made up of all LA 2024 returnees: Kobe Durant, Darius Williams, Cam Curl, Cam Kinchins, Quentin Lake, and Akella Witherspoon will all see plenty of snaps.
Intercepted! Off the chest of the intended target!
When Stroud hands the rock off, Nick Chubb, Damian Pierce will be waiting, Joe Mixon on the shelf hurt.
Happy to see you back out there, huh?
Rams had trouble stopping the run in 2024. Added defensive tackle Poona Ford up front, former Charger, also picked up linebacker Nate Landman to line up next to Omar Spates.
They're incredibly close.
Right there, punched out.
McVay, 6-2 record on opening week.
You guys did that, and it took all 4 quarters, man. Give it up for yourselves right there.
D'Amico Ryans, 1-1 in his short tenure. What else are you watching for? Game preview bars open for business again, so get busy in the comments section. Analysis and predictions all welcome. Game preview guy back pouring the preview drinks. And while I might miss a pour or two here and there, the drinks here are never light on what counts. Panel of 10 back to help paint a predictive picture for us as well. Season is here. It tastes so good when it hits your lips, right? Let's just get round one out of the way right away. NFC West rivalry, take whatever. The 49ers head north week one, their offense once again fueled by Run CMC. In Seattle, whose offense is being fueled by an entirely new gasoline.
Come on, baby. Let's be great. Let's have fun. Go be you, bud.
Where do you start in this one? How about the obvious so we can check the box? Christian McCaffrey is supposed to be 100 again, and that's supposed to restore order to the 49ers offense.
McCaffrey has a first down run to begin this drive.
Next on the list, Seattle's new look O-face. Geno, DK, Locke, and Fant are so 2024. 49ers defense gets a Seattle O featuring Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. Sam making his regular season Hawk debut after a breakout year in Minnesota.
He already has arm talent, but that arm talent becomes elite when he can be explosive in the play-action pass.
Kupp putting on the Hawk for the first time. Not the first time he's scored in that stadium, though.
Kupp at the 6, Kupp to the pylon!
Oh, and of course they have to shadow Seattle's true WR1, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Geno looks right to the back corner of the end zone. A perfect pass.
The 49ers secondary, that trio will do battle with Renardo Green, solid 2024, corner Diamador Lenore, their top dog.
And then scoop back the other way and running back the other way, Diamador Lenore.
Safety help in the form of Jair Brown and newcomer Jason Pinnock, who will bank on Nick Bosa and company to hurry Darnold along.
It's a trifecta by Nick Bosa.
Bosa flanked by two rookies in this one, DT Alfred Collins, their second rounder, defensive end Mikael Williams, their first.
You not wearing red between these lines? Uh-oh. You getting smoked. You getting smoked.
Seattle added Gray Zabel to its line via a first-round 2024 pick. He's making his debut on a line that struggled to protect the QB last year. Other four guys are returnees.
Rush on, tight pocket, head and sacked.
When Seattle runs, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet toking the rock. Charbonnet was more efficient last year. Walker, though, a big rebound candidate.
A 1-yard touchdown run by Walker.
49ers weren't great at stopping the run last season. Collins and Williams are supposed to help on that front, which would help Fred Warner do his thing behind them.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way.
Back to where we started now. San Francisco's offense, more than just the CMC Music Factory, BCB has to show too if their offense is going to click. They paid Brock Purdy to be more than just a trailer to McCaffrey's tractor. Doesn't have Debo in this one, but still has George Kittle, who you can claim as TE1 in the NFL if you want.
Did we get it?
His brother George might be in the stands too, I don't know. San Francisco's wideout room starts off kinda iffy. Brandon Ayuk is still hurt, DeMarcus Robinson suspended, but they do have their top 2024 wideout, Jawan Jennings, who comes off a career year.
Jawan Jennings has a hat trick!
Ricky Pearsall comes off a remarkable rookie season based on what he went through.
Ricky Pearsall trying to beat his man to the end zone.
Pearsall and Jennings, and whoever wins the third spot, temporarily anyway, lined up against Reek, Spoon, Job, and second rounder Nick Emenwari, who makes his debut. Josh is the guy folks sleep on, partially because Woolen and Witherspoon are that good.
Tighter windows, and one of the tightest is where Purdy goes. Witherspoon the coverage.
Kobe Bryant and Julian Love backing them up and helping with Kittle, and the guys hoping to hurry things along up front, newcomer DeMarcus Lawrence, former Cowboy, Leonard Williams comes off a huge year, Byron Murphy looking to build off his rookie year, Boye Mafe is back, and Derek Hall. They can send dudes in waves.
Gets hit, goes down, Derek Hall!
4 of the 5 49ers O-line members are dudes back from 2024, Trent Williams one of them. So long as he's still drinking from the fountain of youth he's apparently discovered, their line is a tough one to go after.
J-Mo!
So which matchups will matter most in this matchup? Your job is to identify them and explain yourself in the comments section. My job was to tee it all up for you. Just a doof in a bag. There is nothing artificial or intelligent about being game preview guy. So those who just assume everyone is using that tech, I'm sorry to disappoint you more than I already have. Who cares? You guys are back. Football is back. Our panel of 10 is back. Let's see who they like in round 1 of this NFC West showdown. 2025 kicks off with the battle for Ohio. Cleveland Browns open things up at the Pound. Dogs hoping they picked the right leader guy for their offense.
We got to fight. We're in for a fight. And that's what we want. We want to fight.
They welcome the Cincinnati Bengals, who are looking to avoid repeating the mistake they made a year ago to open the season.
That's why I was so tired. That makes sense.
Here's the quote from a Bengals superfan prior to Cincinnati's opener in 2024. "I know Bengals seasons usually start off slow, but please, for the love of God, don't lose to the Patriots."
New England shocks Cincinnati and wins it.
So that's our first key to watch for in this game. Week 1 Bengals. Head coach Zach Taylor hasn't won a season opener 3 straight years, losing to the Pats last year as well as to the Browns the year before.
The same old story for the Cincinnati Bengals. Another slow start to the season.
How well Cleveland's retread tires handle will go a long way in determining if their streak will hit 4. Joe Flacco, the QB whose Plinko chip came out the winner this offseason, with Shedeur and Gabriel waiting in the wings, Flacco doesn't have a lot of room for error, though.
We know everything about Joe Flacco. We all love and respect Joe Flacco. I think he's on his 8th team in 8 seasons. What is he going to be this year? He's going to be the 20th best quarterback in the NFL?
His counterpart is the key to every Bengals game, of course. Joe Burrow's resume is as good as it gets, but in their last 3 Week 1 losses, he hasn't played well in any of them. Maybe now that he has a Batmobile, midseason Joe will arrive early this season.
Guns it deep downfield. Chase is open. Catches at the 30.
If that's going to happen, Jamar, T, and Deoshi have to find a way to beat Cleveland's corners, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome. That's key 3. Cleveland's play versus the pass was not good last year. 4 of their 5 DBs are the same. Martin Emerson is out. Their DC is the same. All 3 of Cincinnati's starting receivers scored versus Cleveland a season ago. Higgins in both games.
What a snatch. Higgins.
Chase in both games too.
To the end zone. Back shoulder to Chase.
Burrow didn't have trouble in either outing either. It's a different year, but the quarterback wideout DB battle in this matchup isn't any different on paper. Will it be on the field or just more of the same?
Burrow from the gun, hit on the release, gets it out, and gets it on time to Chase.
That gets us to the Myles Garrett impact as our 4th key. If there's one guy on Cleveland's defense that can tilt things, it's Garrett. He gets plenty of rest before the season, too. At least 1 sack in his last 3 straight Week 1 contests, 5 in his last 6, so he's a historically fast starter.
4 straight seasons with 14 or more sacks.
The others are key 5. Garrett has to do a lot of shopping alone. Several new faces have arrived to help scare QBs, none of them Nicole Kidman. It's the Browns' debut of DT Malik Collins, a free agent signing, as well as first-round pick Mason Graham. Why is the AI voiceover guy bringing Nicole Kidman into it? Bet he didn't even see the others.
Alex Wright's got him and throws him out of the back of the end zone.
Browns pass rushers get in the cage with a Bengals O-line that once again has been tweaked. 2 new guards part of the lineup. We still haven't seen Burrow with consistent good pass pro.
Everyone keep stepping up. Keep that up.
Key 7, Jerry Jeudy. He's the go-to receiver for Cleveland. He's going to see a lot of Bengals double teams, being Cleveland's other wideouts. Don't have reputations that are going to scare many secondaries. Judy's target total should be impressive this season.
Judy running free. He has it at the 30.
Browns' other wideouts, Cedric Tillman, so you can see why tight end David Njoku is key number 8. He won't draw the same attention from Cincinnati's defense, but he won't be far behind.
Caught. Touchdown. Njoku.
Cincinnati's new DC, Al Golden, is in charge of drawing up a plan to stop him. Bengals defense was blamed for their disappointing 2024. Couple of new faces added to the fold, but their starting 11 is pretty much the same as last year. Al might not have to produce gold per se, but he's expected to produce better results. Key number 10, Bengals pass rush, very similar to Cleveland's. Trey Hendrickson, their Miles. Others get more pub. Few ever seal the deal as often as he does, though.
Hendrickson again!
He, too, has a new first-round draft pick trying to help hurry Burrow. Defensive end Shamar Stewart debuts. Browns also have to worry about Joseph Asai, who takes over as starter across from Hendrickson.
Then Osai coming around the backside.
Key 11, the Cleveland O-line trying to stave them off. Browns had an open door policy to see their quarterbacks last year, and the 5 guys who will be out there this year, part of that problem. The actual signal callers were too.
And he's going down.
At 12, Jerome Ford. Ford was plenty effective last year. It could be that Cleveland hits the Bengals with a heavy rush attack to slow things down, and it might be their best option to move the ball anyway.
Jerome Ford down the sidelines.
Bengals offensive side piece, aka Chase Brown, if you will, key 13, isn't the best chase on the team, is often overlooked, turned to sometimes out of boredom, but usually comes through without complaining.
Rolls into the end zone.
He's the perfect side piece. He will see plenty of new Cleveland linebacker Carson Schwessinger, drafted in the second round, who will also chase Mike Gesicki around. Bengals tight end is our final key. Like Chase Brown, isn't always in the spotlight, but Cleveland doesn't want him filling in key gaps in the game with the kind of big catches he came up with last year.
There it is! Yes!
That's not everything, of course. What else do you think will factor? Game previews are a collaborative effort. The only experts that matter here are the actual fans. So take care of the written component for me, will ya? I'm Game Preview Guy, and I'll again be taking care of the video portion this season. NFL can't afford AI. It's a mom and pop outfit. So they still have a doof in a bag handling it, and I still have 10 pickers to give us an idea of how the game will turn out. Welcome back, everyone. Let's do this. The 2025 NFL season is finally upon us. Bag a QB.
Cousins will be hit from behind
while trying to complete passes against a secondary armed with the reigning Defensive Player of the Year who can erase your top pass-catching option.
That is going to be intercepted.
Tighten up, fans have a new hope, though, and if a rebellion can rely on a rookie pilot to drop a perfect dime down a tiny shaft with the Empire's top pass rusher, if you will, on his tail, then why can't Cam Ward do the same in this game? It's pretty much the same challenge, am I right?
Wide open at the middle of the field is Calvin Ridley.
Luke did have some help from Wedge and Porkins. Well, he helped block for a bit anyway. But he's gonna need a Han and Chewie level assist to pull this one off. He has to be able to avoid Zach Allen, Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito, Tillman, Jonah Ellis, John Franklin Myers at the very minimum, and each of them took down 5 to 13 X-Wings apiece last year.
Fields buried. Jonah Ellis.
Tennessee quarterbacks were planted on the regular last season, which is why they have 2 new starters this year. And it helps Ward's a scrambler, and if he can keep things alive, his top wingman, Calvin Ridley, a 1,000-yard dude 2 years in a row. There is a theoretical drop-off from him, though, which means he'll probably spend all game with Patrick Surtain tracking him. Ward's gonna have to be able to hit more than a womp rat to thread the ball past him.
It's a 100-yard pick six for Denver.
Van Jefferson, Tyler Lockett make their Tennessee debuts. Lockett is in the vet part of his career, but at least does have some nice years on his resume. Tight end Chig Okonkwo could get plenty of looks as well. Rookie quarterbacks like those tight ends.
Inside the 35-30, 25-20.
But even he won't be easy to connect with. Denver debuts former 49er Talanoa Hufanga at safety, who's pairing with Brandon Jones, who is a low-key stud.
This is Jones, a safety.
And Denver also debuts first-rounder Jahdae Barron at corner, so maybe Tennessee leans into Tony Pollard in the ground game to slow things down. He was their most effective offensive option.
A race to the end zone. He's in for the touchdown.
He'll have Broncos newcomer Dre Greenlaw chasing him from the inside linebacker spot, as well as Alex Singleton, underrated hombre, which also might be true about Denver's second-year quarterback. It appears all Bo's know football after watching Nick sparkle in his rookie year. He might be the answer to, what if Drew Brees could run a little too?
Run it, Bo. To the goal line. Touchdown, Denver.
I'm not saying Bo is on Brees level, settle down, but Van Wilder 2.0 looks like he's going to be a problem for defenses, starting with Tennessee's, which will trot out 4 new starters, 5 if you count L'Jarius Sneed, who didn't play much last year.
Boy, excellent tackle by L'Jarius Sneed.
Sneed could lock up quite a bit with Knicks' go-to Cortland Sutton, like Ridley 1,000+ yards in 2024, and like Ridley also kind of the clear target most passing plays.
Sutton goes up and makes the catch.
Tennessee corners Roger McCreary, Jarvis Brownlee are no slouches, have safety Xavier Woods and Amani Hooker backing them up.
Hooker 40. Hooker 30.
Who have to pay attention to Knicks' new tight end, Evan Ingram, hurt last year so production was limited, but has logged plenty of big games when healthy.
So excited that he is healthy and he's back.
Those DBs hoping their front can hurry Knicks. Draymond Jones is new to Tennessee, making his debut. He joins Arden Key, Jeffrey Simmons, among others.
He is swarmed and dropped.
Titans' pass rush wasn't great at getting to quarterbacks, and their new crew is having to try and get past a Denver O-line that made it hard to reach Bo. What they weren't able to do was spring their running backs very often, but maybe it was the backs. They drafted R.J. Harvey in the second round and picked up J.K. Dobbins, who had a career year in L.A. last season.
Breaks a tackle into the end zone.
What else? That's up to you. Take it from here and load up the comment section with your keys or analysis. Someone has to play the role of analyst, because I certainly can't. I'm just game preview guy, here with my trusty bag for another year of setting you all up, and our panel of 10 who are back for you to be mad at. Las Vegas Raiders start 2025 on the road, strutting off to the East Coast, sporting a very Northwest vibe. They are in New England, taking on an old Patriot who debuts behind the wheel of a very new-looking Patriots team. All 32 teams are lined up at the 2025 starting line together. We don't know who might win the race right now, no matter what we think. So let's try and unlock this matchup with 14 keys. One of them has to work, right?
Let's get one here. Let's get one here, baby. Let's get one here. Let's get one here.
Let's begin with the debut of the Pete Carroll-Ashton Genty combo meal. Pete loves to toke it. Him and Beast Mode had some sessions, man. Genty has been compared to no other than Saquon. Not sure if a toy comes with it, but that's what New England's defense is being served up.
That's a bulldozer.
May we move on to key number 2 already? Drake not only has a new head coach in his ear, he has a new OC in Josh McDaniels. Not the best track record guiding quarterbacks in New England, but maybe he'll get it right this time around.
And a touchdown pass! On a perfect dime from Drake May!
May has a new WR1, a new first-rounder protecting him, and the kid didn't look bad as a rook in the middle of a tough sitch. Key 3, his counterpart, third Northwest connection new to the Vegas cast, Geno Smith reuniting with Carroll, has Chip Kelly as his new OC. He was last seen calling Ohio State's offense, so the intrigue surrounding the offense is broader than just their ground game.
Fires towards the sideline, and that one is caught.
Brock Lesnar Bowers, key number 4, New England secondary, taking on what some actually think will wear the tight end championship belt by year's end.
I'm not blocking. I'm running around, actually.
If he could look as good as he did with Uncle Rico and Farva throwing him the ball, how much better might he be with Geno?
Bowers into the end zone!
Ping pong back to New England's top pass catcher for key 5. Stephon Diggs makes his debut with Patriot Pat on his helmet. Not sure if he'll be handing out gift bags Jags on the way in, but Diggs is supposed to play a vital role in elevating May's play.
Throws to the end zone, caught, Diggs!
Key number 6, the revamped Vegas defense May and Diggs are taking on. Raiders D was not good in 2024. New faces being plugged into the starting 11, all under the guidance DC Patrick Graham.
Diggs wrapped up and can't get away.
Ditto to key number 7. New England's defense also ain't the same as it used to be. New DC and Terrell Williams, 5 new starters who weren't with the team in 2024, plus the return of DT Christian Barmore, so to speak. Lots of new faces on both these defenses in this game.
Go, D, you've been stopping them all day, dog. You've been stopping them all day.
We go back to Las Vegas's defense for our 8th key, Malcolm Kuntz. Recap, Kuntz came on late in 2023 and looked like he was ready to break out as a top-tier pass rusher type to help Mad Max chase down some gas up front. And Crosby was a lone road warrior once again. Those 3 plus Adam Butler are going to test New England's retooled O-line. Key 9, of course, is New England's Big Uglies. May's going to see what it's like with 2 new tackles, drafted Will Campbell in the first round, signed Morgan Moses. They have a new center. Their line was not a strength in 2024. They hope it is in 2025.
Hot on the right sideline for a touchdown.
In at 10, all the other guys that line is supposed to set up. Mac Hollins, new to the Patriot way as well. DeMario Douglas and Kayshon Boutte, May's partners from last year. Hunter Henry at tight end.
Scrambles out of the pocket, and there's Hunter Henry again.
Patriots' run game also features a new body. It's a very different O-face, hopefully better than Lumberg's. Debut time for second-rounder Travion Henderson. Paired with returnees Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson, Vegas's defense could very well find itself trying to stop a relentless rush attack.
Gets through the line of scrimmage across the 5.
A second-rounder is also making his first regular season start for the Raiders offense. That's key 12. Bash is supposed to provide Geno with a nice additional option. Pat's corners chasing him around, as well as vet Jacoby Myers. Pats fans know that dude.
He's got an open man! Myers under it!
Slowing down those cats partially hinge on whether Key 13 can do its job. Think Vrabel's going to bring it back since it was pounded into his head when he was first there. Pat's pass rush wasn't in much of a rush last year. Plug Barmore into the trenches, missed most of last year hurt. Milton Williams debuts at DT after playing well for the Champs, and they also signed Harold Landry, who played for Vrabel in Tennessee. He's a consistent double-digit bagman.
Sacked! Back at the 25, Landry again!
Behind them, our 14th and final key, Robert Spillane. Black Hole is like, that guy is also in Mr. Hand's class because we know that dude. Spillane has been balling on the strip the last few years, but few have noticed. One of the many new faces hitting the scene as part of that overhauled defense.
Minutes of energy and passion.
Didn't hit everything. New England corner Christian Gonzalez, for example, stud, making his way up the cornerback charts quickly. But what else should fans consider in this one? Provide the answer along with your prediction in the comments section, won't you? That's how these work. I'm Game Preview Guy, or GPG if you're into the whole brevity thing. I'll be trying to tie the room together again this season. I am again assisted by my panel of 10. Season is finally back, though. Time for another great roller coaster ride. Thanks for jumping on with us. Carolina Panthers take to the road to start the year, off to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars, 2 teams with very similar vibes as the new season kicks off.
Another day, another opportunity, man. Let's go out here and be great.
Navigating week 1 with a 14 keys approach. The first one we toss out, the double-sided kind. Jags trading up for Travis Hunter, who's supposed to have a Shohei Ohtani-like effect on Duval and the NFL.
Looks in his direction and he's got it right short of the first down.
If Hunter is going to make an immediate impact, key number 2 will have to get him the ball on the reg. Trevor Lawrence knows the pressures of being a prized pick. He's had an up and down run so far that he hopes swings back towards the up direction, starting with this game.
Have some fun, man. Pick this up. Come on, we're good. We're good.
Keep the top 3 draft pick types going as key number 3. Bryce Young knows how Trev feels. Shorter resume, but questions remain. He, though, is just as in need of a fast start to his 2025.
Young, back of the end zone, in trouble, gets away, throws downfield, caught!
4th key is Tet McMillan's impact on Bryce. Carolina's first rounder is another top 10 pick. His selection took some folks by surprise. Will he take Jacksonville's secondary by surprise?
Young throws a jump ball for T-Mac, and he makes the catch.
Great catch.
Keep the whiteout train theme rolling. Brian Thomas comes off a great rookie year, was kind of the lone gun in their offense in 2024. Now he should have some help with Hunter drawing some of the attention.
Caught for the touchdown. Back right corner, end zone. Thielen open, reaches up. Touchdown, Panthers!
How much time Bryce has to find his mates will depend on key number 7, Jacksonville's Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker pass rush. Second rounder Mason Smith makes his debut, and so does free agent signee Emmanuel Ogbah. But it's Walker and Hines-Allen who will really test Carolina's tackles all game long.
That young boy can't be with.
Panthers pass rush lacked the rush part at times last year too. They have 5 new defensive starters, 2 of them supposed to help solve that. Patrick Jones, former Viking, makes his Panthers debut, as does former Chief Tershawn Wharton. They'll join DJ Wanham and Derek Brown, who barely played last year. T-Law's line is definitely taking on what should be a more dangerous D-front.
Patrick Mahomes is sacked.
Shift to the run games for keys 9 and 10. Jags Devin Lloyd and Foye Oluokun getting in the cage with Carolina's Chuba Rico rush attack, one of the best first-name duos you'll ever hear. Dowdle makes his Panthers debut after a nice year in Dallas. Hubbard was just as strong for Carolina without getting much pub. They should be able to keep pounding this season and this game with that pair.
Breaks a tackle, 10-5, high step, touchdown, Chuba Hubbard!
On the other side, you have Carolina's linebacking combo of Trevin Wallace and newcomer Christian Roseboom squaring off with the tank and the ETN machine. Travis and Bigsby, the X factor to Jacksonville's offensive attack. We've seen them have some monster games. Their rush attack is just not always super consistent.
Into the open field, 45!
But Jacksonville does have a new coach who likes to run the ball. Liam Cohen's head coaching debut is key number 11. He leaned heavy on Bucky Irving and Rachaad White in Tampa last year, so we'll see if his approach is similar.
Yeah, boy!
For it to work, Cohen needs his O-line to open up holes. Their new look line are 12th key. Center Robert Hainsey makes his Jags debut after coming over with Cohen from Tampa Bay, and they signed guard Patrick McCarry, both expected to help establish a better ground attack.
Let's go! Let's go!
The secondaries will play us out. Jags wideouts are taking on a strong Carolina cornerback trio, youngster Chow Smith-Wade, Michael Jackson, Shimon, and JC Beyonce's not on the horn for you should not be easy to beat. JC, I got 99 problems, but being smart isn't one. That's to make it clear this isn't AI, and if it is, no one should use it anymore. They have a new safety in Trayvon Merrick as well, and Jacksonville's secondary will have new faces working for it too. New safety Eric Murray and new corner Jordan Lewis. Stopping the pass wasn't a strength for the Jags in 2024. We'll see if those dudes make it look better.
What a play. Jarian Jones undercuts that route.
Luda would tell you this is some good old-fashioned dirty South football. Carolina, Jacksonville, take the preview home, won't ya? Hit the comment section with anything left out you think needs attention. Look, I'm a guy in a bag, so I can't include it all. Game Preview Guy back for more preview fun. If you're new to the Game Preview bar, welcome. We have lots of Cliffs and Norms in here. They'll tell you I might spill a pour occasionally, but it's part of the charm. That's what I like to believe anyway. Panel of 10 is back too. Merry football season, everyone. The pick screen should be good for this one. Is someone getting married for this one? New York Giants hitting the road to start the year with something old, something new, something borrowed, and of course something blue. They are heading to the land where men do work with gavels, in Washington where fans are hoping their squad commands everyone's attention right out of the gate.
Really feels like the beginning of something.
Week 1 matchups are a fresh start for everyone, so let's check out the 14 keys that have been dropped into the bowl in this one, so to speak. You don't see one that fits your fancy, plug it into the comments section, they all fit there.
It's a challenge your heart.
Jaden Daniels, encore, hard to miss. Kid was electric in 2024. Time to see if he can up his game.
Do you believe in miracles? Jaden Daniels does it again.
This matchup will feel a little like we slipped into the Spider-Verse. Key number 2, his counterpart, Russell Wilson, the Peter B. Parker in this tale, looking over at Miles Morales thinking, kid, I was slinging webs, dodging the Doc Ocks of the NFL world when you were in diapers. Russ, the older, wiser, dual-threat QB, looking to pull a Spidey-like miracle in New York this year.
And Wilson completes that one.
Next set of keys, each guy's sidekick. Though Spider-Man never really had a Robin. Malik Neighbors put up a monster rookie year with Drew Poppett and Lockett, Danny Dimes, and Tommy Cutlets feeding him the ball. Idea is he could really cook now that he has a new chef in the kitchen.
Malik Neighbors' neighborhood is a wonderful place to be.
Washington, too, has an elite WR1. Terry McLaurin got paid, so he rolls in happy. McLaurin has played in 6 Week 1 games in his career, 125 yards his first year, hasn't hit 65 yards in his last 5 straight.
There's not a better number 1 in the league than Terry McLaurin.
Commanders fans have to get used to rooting for the bad guy this season. Comes with taking on a guy notorious for stealing bikes, breaking into homes, and knocking dudes the football out. Debo makes his Washington debut, our 5th key. Samuel, 5 Week 1 games under his belt, 1 monster showing, rest under 65 yards as well. Abdul Carter will be making his very first Week 1 NFL start. The rookie checks in as key number 6, has that 3rd overall pick pressure to deal with.
Can use him the way that Dallas Cowboys use Michael Parsons, where they line him up everywhere, over the guard, over the center. And now you can dictate the mic point.
Let's stay in the trenches for key number 7, Washington's revamped O-line. Commanders added left tackle Laramie Tunsil to try and help better protect Daniels, as well as drafting tackle Josh Connerly in the 1st round.
And they got their own push to knock him home.
Those dudes don't just have Carter to worry about, though. That's our 8th key. New York's defensive strength is their pass rush. Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns will all be out there trying to chase Daniels down. The chaps who will try and feed off that heat, our 9th key. Giants have 2 new faces in their secondary, safety Javon Holland and cornerback Paulson Adebo, paired with safety Tyler Nubin. Cornerbacks Deontay Banks and Drew Phillips has the potential to be a sneaky tough team to pass on.
It's up in the hands of Cordell Flott.
Giants defense featuring 4 new starters. Same is true of Washington's, 2 of them hoping they can bag Russ. Javon Kinlaw at DT, a free agent ad, as is Von Miller at defensive end. Wilson also has to worry about Dietrich Wise, who makes his Washington debut. Dorrance Armstrong, Daron Payne back as well.
Hey! Holy what a hit!
Key 11, give it to Washington's secondary. Cornerback Jonathan Jones is new. Safety Will Harris is too. Team wasn't great versus the pass last year. Can those guys make a difference?
Firing throws. Incomplete! Incomplete!
Mike Sainra still. Sean Lattimore, Quan Martin fill out their backside. Aside from neighbors, those guys also tangling with New York's Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson. They have a solid little wideout trio for Wilson to work with.
It's caught by Robinson. Great move.
Running back-linebacker battle will take us out as keys number 13 and 14. Giants linebackers Micah McFadden, Bobby Okereke, tackle monsters. They have Austin Eckler and rookie Ja'Cory Cross-Get Merritt to track, as well as Daniels, who led them in rushing yards last year. The other way around, Washington linebackers Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu getting in the ring with New York's Tyrone Tracy had an underrated rookie year.
6 Minuten auf dem Feld, der beste Drive
von den Giants und Big Blue.
What else? We didn't hit the tight ends, special teams, head coaches. Dable is 1-2 in week 1. Dan Quinn 2-5 when he's had a summer to prep. Whatever else you think needs to be chat it up in the comments section. Chat. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not licensed to use that term. I'm authorized to wear this bag, though, and with it comes great power. And, you know, great power comes with great responsibility. See how it all came back around? And our panel of 10 came back around to finish off these previews. NFC East football, people. It's real again. I know what it's like, Spidey. Just two guys in masks trying to make the world a better place. It's the game a lot of fans hope to see bookend the 2025 AFC season. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Bills, Ravens. No better week 1 matchup, which is why they dropped it in the Sunday Night Football slot. Wasn't that long ago, Baltimore and Buffalo gave us an all-time playoff classic.
Flip it. Got it. Oh, the ball was dropped.
We all wanted more that night. Now we get it. Not going to find two hungrier teams. Not going to find two hungrier QBs. Buffalo's fortunes in this matchup and most matchups tied to how Mr. Allen shows out. Most fans know the Book of Josh. Huge Seinfeld fan. His wife is gold, Jerry. He's the reigning MVP.
Hey, this one puts him away, boys. This one puts him away. Let's go.
One of the few that can carry his team with both his arms and legs. This Max Headroom bozo thinks he's married to Jerry Seinfeld's daughter.
He's into the end zone for the touchdown!
Allen has 6 week 1 starts in his career, mixed results. Couple of meh outings, couple of nice ones, couple of duds. Jackson has 6 starts following his summertime activities. The R&R has treated him well, 4-2 record, and he sparkled in 5 of the 6 games.
Hey, when they up against it, they're going to run Lamar. When they up against it, they're going to run Lamar.
He, of course, is no longer trying to carry the load alone. Buffalo's defense knows the king is coming.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have been unstoppable.
Derrick Henry's last 6 week 1 performances, one 116-yard outing, a couple of 80-plus yard games, 46 to 63 yards in the others, so all over the map to some degree.
He could, 20!
Ran for 84 yards and a touchdown in their playoff loss to Buffalo last year. Some Ravens fans felt he should have gotten more touches.
He will go all the way!
The Buffalo defense that pair is up against, mostly the same as last season. Henry will have linebackers Matt Milano and Terrell Bernard watching his every move.
Takeaway number 3 for Buffalo!
But there are a few guys making their Bills debuts in this one. Lamar won't just have to worry about defensive ends A.J. Epinesa and Greg Rousseau, Buffalo's top bag man in 2024. He also has to worry about Joey Bosa on the other side.
And here comes the blitz. And down he goes! Joey Bosa!
DT Ed Oliver looms, of course, as does rookie DT TJ Sanders, among others. When he lets it fly, same safeties, Taylor Rapp, Cole Bishop, DeMar Hamlin. At corner, though, he'll see Trey Day out there again, White back home where he belongs, plus rookie corner Maxwell Hairston, assuming he's healed from a preseason injury, Christian Benford, who has morphed into one of the best in the biz.
He's picked off this time. It's Benford.
And of course, slot man extraordinaire Taron Johnson.
Touchdown, Buffalo! Taron Johnson!
He's part of one of the best one-on-one matchups in this game. He'll tangle quite a bit with Zay Flowers, who fires from the slot and has turned into Jackson's go-to.
Zay Flowers on the receiving end.
On the outside, DeAndre Hopkins makes his regular season debut in purple, and there's Rashad Bateman coming off a career year.
Open at the 5, touchdown!
Nobody, of course, wants to have a bigger game than tight end Mark Andrews. Flock fans hoping their feelings after the game are akin to how Harry felt about Lloyd when he saw the hog he picked up for that dog van.
He's got a man, he's got Andrews, he's got a touchdown!
Just when I thought you couldn't possibly be any dumber, I turned back to Buffalo's offense, which also features a top-end tight end, Dalton Kincaid, one of Allen's faves, second most targets on the team last year, despite only playing in 13 games.
Caught in the back of the end zone!
At wideout, two newbies to the red, white, and blue, Joshua Palmer, who they added from the Chargers, nice complimentary guy, and Elijah Moore, who spent 2 years with the Jets and 2 with the Browns, so he gets to see what it's like to play for an actual, you can finish that one so I don't get in trouble. Those two joining long ball threat Keon Coleman, 19 yards per catch last year, second highest had he qualified.
And he's into the end zone!
And Buffalo's 2024 target leader, Khalil Shakir, who's looking to assert himself as a true top shelf guy.
What a catch. Shakir holding on.
Baltimore secondary also contending with Curtis Samuel. They employ a committee approach with their pass catchers. Ravens DB room is deep though. Malachi Starks makes his regular season debut at safety. He was their first rounder. Has one of the best next to him. Kyle Hamilton, as good as it gets at his position.
An incomplete. Hamilton broke it up.
Shakir, Coleman, and company also have an elite group of corners to try and escape from. Jair Alexander, first game as a Raven after all those great years with Green Bay. Nate Wiggins, looking to build off a nice rookie year. Plus stud Marlon Humphrey, quite the early test for Buffalo's passing attack.
It's intercepted, picked off, Marlon Humphrey.
What a battle up front, too. Buffalo's 5 hog mollies that gave up the fewest sacks of any team in 2024 are all back. Yes, Allen's legs had a lot to do with it, too. Baltimore's pass rush racked up the second most quarterbacks a year ago. Cats that racked them up all back for the most part. Nnamdi Madubuike in the middle. Odafe Owe off the edge, along with Kyle Van Noy, who led the team in sacks.
Noy's got him, and he'll be credited for his 5th sack.
Then there's the James Cook-Roquan duel. Is there a better linebacker than Smith? I'll wait.
What are you willing to give up?
Cook, and he sails into the end zone.
It'll be weird seeing someone else kicking that flavor in your ear for Baltimore. Head coach is Sean McDermott, 5-3 in his Week 1 games. One of those losses to the guy on the other sideline, John Harbaugh, pretty good when he has extra time to study. 12-5 in his out-of-the-gate games. My record off the blocks is nowhere near as good. Comes with wearing a bag over my head when I put these together. But you guys are always there to correct game preview guy in the comments section when I fumble a snap or handoff. Be sure to also include your score predictions and analysis, which are what make these so good in the end. Have to read and listen to really soak it all in. So get to work. Same to you, panel of 10. Strap up that chin strap. NFL 2025 is upon us. A little Planet Earth episode to kick off 2025. Cheetahs, Penguins, Alaiatu Latu, Dolphins, and Colts. Miami roadbound to start the year, hoping to get their circus act back up and running.
But she said we're going to win today, so. All right.
Indianapolis at home in this one. Week 1 is so fresh and so clean for both teams. It's time to get our first glimpse at so many unknowns. Let's run this preview via 14 keys we can watch as the matchup unfolds.
Back at home today. Gotta get the dough. Gotta get it.
Up first, DJ, who beat out Anthony Richardson for the starters gig, looking to become just the latest quarterback to turn things around after getting out of the Big Apple.
Daniel Jones, sir, go get him. The way you change the story is that you go and win. And you win. You have 2 home games to open the season. You're playing against Miami and Denver, both times at home in front of your home crowd, in front of the dome. Go 2-0.
Our second key, Tua Tagovailoa. He's only completed a full season once in 5 years, but he led the league in completion percentage when he played last year. When he's on the field, they are a different beast or mammal to deal with.
Might be a home run. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Might be a home run. I meet y'all in the end zone then.
So of course Tyreek and Jalen become key number 3. We all know what Hill is capable of. Going to take more than one Colt corner to keep up with.
The Tua fake was fantastic. Tyreek Hill was wide open.
Same is true of Waddle. They are a lethal 1-2 punch. Indianapolis's DBs are starting the year off with one of the toughest tests they'll face all season.
Jalen Waddle! Jalen Waddle!
Key number 4, the Colts' new security blanket. Tight end Tyler Warren debuts. The first rounder could go a long way in helping settle Richardson. He was labeled a semi-steal in the draft, Bears passing on him for a different tight end.
Daniel Jones throws a strike to Tyler Warren, and Warren is out across midfield.
Key number 5, Jonathan Taylor. Miami's front gets one of the best backs doing it to start the year. All JTs apparently hitmakers.
They feed into the belly of Jonathan Taylor. Big run, breaks it out. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's got one man to beat.
And Taylor is only half the problem for Miami's rush defense. Jones has had plenty of big games on the ground in his last few seasons as a starter.
He has been running like there's no tomorrow.
When he does throw, he will have to dodge our 7th key, Miami's pass rush. Zach Sealer in the convo for best DT going. Defensive end Kenneth Grant debuts, their first rounder from this year. Chop Robinson coming off the edge, comes off a nice rookie year. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb looking to put injury-shortened 2024s behind them.
Chubb coming in, he's got him!
Their backside comes in at 8. Miami has 2 new starting safeties taking the field in this one. Meddling type of group or underrated.
Spears was in motion there. He's got the football, but he's going absolutely nowhere. Grabbed and slung backwards there by Storm Duck, the rookie corner out of Louisville.
The wideouts they'll track in this game are 9th key. Same kind of questions surround them. Are they going to be tough enough? Michael Pittman is a good possession guy.
Throws off his back foot into the end zone. Going up and making a bid on the ball is Michael Pittman Jr.
Alec Pierce, a great deep threat. He led the NFL in yards per catch last year.
Fires into the end zone. It is a touchdown.
Got him. Josh Downs has flashed plenty of promise in his few campaigns.
Throws over the middle, caught inside the 5 and diving for the goal line is Josh Downs for a touchdown.
Colts O-line, 10th key. Didn't have the best of years last year. They do have top shelf talent though. Are they going to be a strength again?
And Richardson's going to be sacked.
Speaking of O-lines, Miami's will utilize 3 new starters. No more Teron Armstead at tackle. They have 2 new guards, one a rookie second rounder. Protecting Tua from big hits clearly vital for this group.
I'm going to change this call. I'm not going to change the call.
At 12, the dudes that are going to be trying to lay Tua out: Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner, Laiatu Latu, Samson Ebukam. Second rounder JT Tuimoloau. That's a lot of QB hunters to deal with.
And they get to him. DeForest Buckner, the All-Pro.
Lucky number 13, Indianapolis's new look secondary, along with a new DC, by the way. Cornerback Charvarius Ward, safety Cam Bynum both make their Colts debuts. Lou Anarumo is now calling the defensive shots.
How about the peanut punch from Jalen Jones?
And not to be forgotten, Devon Achane, Miami's running back. Dolphins' run game is essential to their passing game working the right way. When Achane is on, they really do become semi-unstoppable.
Touchdown, Miami!
What are the most important keys on your ring? Throw all that into the comments section so others can read something of actual value. If there were mistakes in this preview, then blame AI. Otherwise, it was actually a game preview guy production again, which Fins fans know can come with the occasional fumble. But what do you want? I have a bag on my head. I can't always see great. But the game preview bar is open for business once again. We've got our Cliffs and Norms in here, rest in peace, and hopefully plenty of new customers we can spend the year with. Our panel of 10 is back too. Happy football season, everyone. New Orleans Saints open up 2025 at home. Lots of debuts in the Big Easy in this game. Time to test out some new wheels.
If all you had was today, what would you give for tomorrow?
The Cardinals, their guests. Arizona hoping to make an early statement that they're ready to be contenders.
It's a privilege to feel like we good, you know what I'm saying? We good enough to, as long as I do me.
Taking the keychain view of Week 1 matchups, what are the keys that give us the best chance to unlock the answer to how this game plays out?
Hey, it's gonna be y'all game. Yeah. So blow open. Swear to God, it's gonna be y'all game.
Headliner in this game, Kyler Murray, the first rounder, is starting his 7th season now. Only one winning record so far. Has the same OC as last year, same cast of starters surround him. He'd love to start 2025 with a game that makes it look like it's all going to come together this season.
To the outside and into the end zone for his second touchdown.
If it comes together week 1, could depend on how key number 2 performs. Marvin Harrison had a nice rookie year. They didn't draft him to be nice. He's supposed to provide a Jamar Chase, JJ-like impact to their O.
First NFL score for Marvin Harrison Jr., the first of many to come.
Trey McBride also will get plenty of targets. He's our third key. Saints safeties and linebackers squaring off with the top 5 tight end at this point.
The quick throw inside. It's Trey McBride on a tight end screen and into the end zone.
The debut of the Moore Saints offense, key number 4. Moore will be calling the game. Will the Saints' offensive car handle as well as the used model they leased the last few years, hoping for more Bugatti and less gremlin from the QB position?
Really nice play. Ball comes out of Rattler's hands so quick on the play action.
Typically, New Orleans' offense is an Alvin and the Chipmunks production. When all else fails, dump it to Kamara or pitch it to him, snap it to him, whatever it takes. Talent-wise, he's their star. He just spends a lot of games with 5 guys keying on him.
You ain't gonna catch him, not Alvin Kamara!
6th key, the revamped Arizona defense that's trying to stop him, trying to gel right away. We'll see 5 new starters for them out there. 4 free agents added to their front 7, outside linebacker Josh Sweat, nose tackle Dalvin Tomlinson, and defensive end Calais Campbell, who is starting his 18th year where it all started.
Oh, there we are. I want 60 minutes.
Campbell and Sweat are supposed to help Arizona up the amount of bags they leave games with. No need trying to save the environment in football. Arizona's pass rush key number 7, BJ Ojulari, Baron Browning, Zaven Collins will all test New Orleans tackles, along with their first-round DN from last year, Darius Robinson, who's looking to break out this season after a quiet start to his NFL journey.
Trying to run, May runs into his own man, and he's shy of the first down.
That group will try and beat an O-line full of firsts. Tackle Kelvin Banks, the Saints' latest first-rounder, joins first-rounder Trevor Penning, first-rounder Taliese Fuaga, and first-rounder Cesar Ruiz. That's a lot of ones. Can they play like it?
Throws to the end zone, and that is going to be caught!
If they do handle Arizona's onslaught, then our 9th key might have a big game. Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave have had plenty of those. Olave spent most of last year hurt, though.
Looking for the end zone, got Olave! Touchdown for Chris Olave!
So did Shaheed. Had to spend a lot of time feeling the need for speed from the sideline. Dude is a burner when healthy.
And he's got Rashid Shaheed!
Brandon Cooks also back home, vet wideout re-debuting for the Saints against our 11th key, a Cardinals secondary built around safeties Budda Baker, Jalen Thompson, new rookie cornerback Will Johnson, a second-rounder, and returnees Max Melton and Garrett Williams. Those 5 could prove to be sneaky good.
Fires, and it's picked off by Garrett Williams!
Saints secondary up next at 12. Kool-Aid McKinstry and Alontae Taylor, they are charged with tracking Harrison and company on the outside.
Alontae Taylor brings him down!
Their assistants up front, key 13. Carl Granderson and Chase Young will hit Arizona's tackles. Brian Brissy testing their interior.
Hurts in trouble!
They'll do battle with an Arizona O-line that returns all 5 starters, a group that made it tough to track Murray down, and a group that helped him and James Conner pile up some big games along the ground. Our final key, Arizona's run game, which really belongs higher up on the keys totem pole. It is central to their offensive success.
45-50, Conner breaks a tackle, 35-30.
Saints linebacker Demario Davis will be waiting. He's another key to the game, but that's 14, so we got to wrap this up. But you are tasked with turning the volume up on this preview to 11 Spinal Tap style. Comment section is back open for business to be filled with the opinions of the only experts that really matter, you guys. I am not an expert or an analyst, just game preview guy. Got my trusty bag. Game preview land is safe from talking heads and their hot takes. It's just football and fans, and our panel of 10 to wrap it all up for us. Merry football season to all, and to all a good football season, I guess.
time to seek the moment of truth and show them who we about.
Minnesota Vikings hit the road to kick off 2025. They're headed back to Chicago to face the Bears, who hope they'll be feeling it with their new head coach guiding their second-year QB.
Let's go!
Nice matchup to stick on Monday Night Football. Lots of star power and intrigue. Caleb Williams looking to build off a solid rookie year. I mean, in Bears terms, it might be considered spectacular.
Gotta pick up the elbow.
His counterpart, J.J. McCarthy, making his first NFL start after sitting out hurt last year. Man, if he lights it up, who do I call Kid Dynamite?
Nice touch here by McCarthy.
Because here comes J.J. times 2. No, J.J. squared? No, 4J combo? Though I guess it's technically going to be JJ to Jets.
Touchdown!
Jefferson doesn't like being called Justin, apparently. 4 Week 1 starts under his belt. Started with 71 yards, then 184, 150, 59 last year.
A 97-yard touchdown!
Holy Jimmy Walker, Batman. JJ to JJ against JJ. Chicago corner Jalen Johnson was tracking to recover from an injury to play in this one. Of course, he has Hawk too. TJ Hawkinson, top shelf tight end when healthy.
Caught! TJ's killing them!
Back right corner, end zone. Thielen open, reaches up. Touchdown, Panthers.
Trying to stop that group, corners Kyler Gordon and Tyreek Stevenson, both coming off good years. Safety Kevin Byard backing them up, who is next to Jaquan Brisker, who is back after an injury-shortened season. Up-and-coming star type when he went down.
Ball intercepted. Brisker the grab at the 18-yard line.
The battle in the trenches will go a long way in determining what kind of game McCarthy has. Minnesota's line gave up a lot of sacks in 2024, some on Darnold, who risked it for the big payday, some on the interior of their line, which was gutted. First-rounder Donovan Jackson debuts at guard, 2 former Colts picked up in free agency, so we'll be looking at 3 new hogs on the inside. Chicago's top pass rush threat is an edge guy, Montez Sweat, looking to make McCarthy sweat, I guess.
In trouble, trying to keep the play alive. The football comes out.
He has some new mates to try and get home with. Second-round DT Shamar Turner debuts, plus DT Grady Jarrett added in free agency from Atlanta, and defensive end Dayo Odingbo, who came over from Indy.
That's Odingbo!
Same backers behind them, Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards on Aaron Jones duty. The Jones back-toking it, Aaron put up a career high in yards in his first year in purple. So back to Caleb. Best rookie year by any Bears signal caller, wants to take out Eric Kramer's legendary record and become the first Chicago QB to eclipse 4,000 yards and or 30 TDs in a season.
We just throw a bomb.
Over 100 years of Bears football and not one dude with 30 touchdowns in a year is crazy. His ability to get off to a good start also connected to what happens in the trenches, as well as his ability to know when to bail on a play and throw it away. Didn't always do that in his rookie campaign.
And he's still on his feet. He's finally brought down.
But their line too also features 3 new interior linemen, so they too are expecting better protection for their quarterback.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Vikings pass rush, far from a one-man show, have a new DT in Javon Hargrave, former 49er who's plenty adept at breaking on through to the other side. Also debuting as a Vike, defensive end Jonathan Allen. Off the edges, Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Bernard, both double-digit sack artists in 2024. Second-year man Dallas Turner looms as well. When Caleb lets it loose, he has DJ Moore, their top wideout. Hasn't blown up in his Week 1 games yet, but has in plenty of other games.
Oh, but DJ Moore inside the 15 to the 10, turns it up to the 5.
Rookie speedster Luther Burden debuts. He was their most recent second-rounder. Their most recent first-rounder, Colston Loveland, tight end, also makes his Bears regular season debut. Tight end Cole Kmet still in the fold as well. They picked up former commander Olamide Zaccheaus at wideout, so this is his first game in deep blue, flanked by Rome Odunze, who begins his year 2 after a nice year 1.
Caught! Odunze! Touchdown!
They will meet up with a Vikings secondary with a couple of new faces. Corner Isaiah Rodgers had a solid year with Philadelphia last year. Jeff Okudah was with Houston. The other 3 blokes are returnees. Byron Murphy is their top cornerback dog.
Intercepted Byron Murphy Jr.
Joined by fellow vet Harrison Smith at safety, Josh Metellus can play anywhere.
Picked
picked off by Joshua Metellus.
On handoffs, inside linebackers Blake Cashman, Ivan Pace, couple of tackle monsters. We're going to be tracking DeAndre Swift, who hopes those new interior linemen help open up more holes than he saw in 2024.
He's gone, baby! 10-5, end zone!
Wrote Ben Johnson directing it all for Chicago, he and his assistants giving it their first goes at their new jobs. Kevin O'Connell, 2-1 in his 3 Week 1 games.
Never, ever, ever feel like you guys aren't going to kick through. Damn it. Kick through.
What else should be pointed out? You guys are on the clock to fill the comments section with points of interest that matter to you, as well as predictions. You can take the man out of the bag, but you can't take the bag out of the man. So Game Preview Guy is back for another season of NFL previews. How's that for a bookend? We have our panel of 10 back too. Yes, Adam Homer Rank is one of the 10. Don't even have to look to know who he's going to go with. But what about the rest? The sports world is right again. NFL football is finally back.